Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Hope your week is going great so far, that you've started off with sunshine in your heart and in your spirit. So today I'm going to share a small portion of a book called Let God Into Your Life by the Reverend Lenn Latham. And the section that I chose to share today is When to Enter into His Presence. And for those of you who may be watching who don't know Park Place Church, this is our narthex, or our front hallway, which is where most people enter before they enter into the sanctuary. So Sarah and I thought that this would be a nice place to share this particular story. So here, when to enter into His presence. Have you ever awakened in the morning feeling depressed and irritable? In other words, have you ever gotten up on what is known as the wrong side of the bed? Doubtless, most of us have experienced at one time or another that grumpy, petulant state of mind that invariably gets us off on the wrong foot for the day. And so I would suggest that we deliberately cultivate the practice of thinking of God the very first thing upon awakening, before our feet so much as touch the floor. And if you've never tried this, you will be amazed at the difference it will make in your general outlook and efficiency. To awaken with the glad, expectant spirit of, this is the day which the Lord has made, we will rejoice and be glad in it. After all, who knows? This may be the most significant day of your life. Something wonderful may be in store for you, whether heralded by a telephone call or a knock at your door, or whether that wonderful thing will be in the nature of something that you yourself do to bring joy into the life of some other person. In any case, prepare your mind and your heart to be on the alert by thinking of God the very first thing upon awakening. Bishop Ralph S. Cushman has summed up this thought in a poem which he calls The Secret. I met God in the morning when my day was at its best, and His presence came like sunrise, like a glory in my breast. All day long the presence lingered. All day long He stayed with me, and we sailed in perfect calmness over a very troubled sea. So I think I know the secret, learned from many a troubled way. You must seek Him in the morning if you want Him through the day. And then the story continues, sharing that it's a good practice to be in the spirit of prayer, also, first thing in the morning, before we start our day, and at meals, and then, of course, at the end of our day. For when we begin our day and end our day, and several times during the course of our day, to take a few moments to thank God, and just to be in the time of prayer with God, our days will guarantee to be much brighter and better. Nothing is more conducive to a peaceful night's rest than the assurance that God is watching over us. No matter how strenuous the day's work has been, if we but commit ourselves to His keeping, the words of the poet will be blissfully fulfilled. Morning, mealtime, and night. Are these the only times that we are to enter into God's presence? Not at all. They are merely the basic minimum. There will be many times in between those periods when we will want to avail ourselves of the privilege of prayer, even if it's just for a brief moment. Times of discouragement, of sorrow, of temptation, of loneliness, of misfortune, and I would like to add, of joy. In short, before we realize what is happening, we will be following the Apostle Paul's advice to pray without ceasing. And once that happens, our whole life will be like a hymn of joy. And hear these verses to the hymn, When Morning Gilds the Skies. When morning gilds the skies, my heart awakening cries, may Jesus Christ be praised. Be this the eternal song through all the ages long. May Jesus Christ be praised. Praise God and give thanks every moment of your day. And I promise that your hearts are going to be jumping with joy. Have an amazing rest of your day, and God bless you all.